All right, we are on the exterior of the Langport house, just taking a look at the neighbors, the neighborhood, and whatnot. Kind of keep panning around here. For the most part, everyone seems to keep their stuff looking pretty good. Don't pay any attention to my old Toyota Tacoma. I'm sure it's bringing down neighborhood values, but that's okay. Do have a concrete driveway with a brick border. I would say all in all looks okay. A little bit of cracking down here. That just kind of comes with the territory of, concrete driveway. Got a nice bay window here in the front. All of these planters have been very nicely done. Nothing is really jumping out at me here as far as, big cracks or issues like that. Looks like they have on all of their gutters. These don't look like oversized gutters, but looks like they do have kind of mesh in there to keep leaves out. You do have that draining there. It would be nice to get that water moving that way, but it's probably not putting a ton of water out in that area anyway. Most of it should probably be flowing down here and down the driveway. The house does have vinyl siding. Looks to be in very good shape. Looks like something was attached there at one point. But that's probably the most noticeable thing that I have seen. Again, the flower beds look very nice. Here's the neighbor's house over here. Looks like they have a little shed and some things kind of tucked away on the side of the shed. Not that noticeable, but they do have a little bit of stuff in the back of their yard. Got some pachysandra here on the side of the house. Let's take a look at the chimney. Nothing is really jumping out at me per se, but again, I can't get eyes on the chimney crown or anything like that from here. Now, I don't know if you can hear, but off in the distance here, you might be able to hear some kids playing back there. There are a couple of like playground, a bunch of playground equipment, and from what I have seen, they've been going kind of in and out of this house here. I suspect that this is probably a daycare that someone has set up. As we kind of circle the yard, I'll give you a little bit more of a look at that. And this is really where most of the water is going, because it is, it's a low spot here. You do have a slight grade away from the house, which is good. And, my feet are kind of sinking a little bit underneath me. Not bad, but you can tell that this is where most of the water goes. Little bit of rust on the bottom of that lintel. Not a big deal. Just scrape it and touch it up. Try to get out of the sun here. And the compressor that's in the backyard here, this does match the Amana system that's inside. So I'm assuming all of the equipment is 2011. That would make sense. And here we are on the deck. This deck has been, looks like this is just gray paint that's on it. It might be a very light coat of that like deck over material that does kind of give a little bit of a rubberized texture, but usually that's a good way to kind of get a little longer lifespan out of a deck. I mean, if you look down at some of the floorboards, well, they're not perfect, but that's kind of to be expected with an older deck. So there's a little better view of what's happening in the back. You do have some kids playing back there on the other side of those trees. And the lot here looks like it goes way back into that corner, and we'll run back there here shortly. Hard to get a good perspective on the roof, but what I can see, it's an architectural shingle roof. There's a ridge vent. Without having a really good eye on it, I would say certainly less than 10 years old, maybe even 5 or less. That may be in the listing. I'll certainly take a look and confirm. A little bit of wear and tear right there. Screen is needs to get rescreened. It's okay. Hey,
hello.
How you doing?
Good. Are you guys in the house?
No, we're not.
Okay. I got like a window of like 30 minutes. I gotta get ready for work. So.
Okay. Oh.
Did you guys already get to see inside?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, cool.
We did.
Run inside.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so they've got a little fire pit area here, which is pretty cool, right in the ground. And this, really this fence, I'm sure, is just tracking the property line right there. But yeah, you get certainly a better look at that roof from here. And I don't have that much zoom, but considering how little staining is on that roof, it looks pretty new to me. So there's the access point to the kitchen. There's going to be a little bit of a another access point. I'm sure there's an attic, small attic up there as well. Probably not adequate for storage, certainly, but just an access point in there. You really do have plenty of room back here. You can go past this this shelving unit, and there's space beyond that. It's interesting. I guess that's stuff that they just don't use very often. And more room on this side. So really nice garden shed, place to keep the bikes, etc. And I think we've got a pretty detailed look at everything.